Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the One Dharma Temple Sunday service. This morning we are grateful to share this morning, joined by the Awakening the Buddha Within retreat group. Together, let us take this opportunity to cultivate a clear and calm mind. And as we begin, please join me in offering 4 bows to Dharma Kaya Buddha Fourfold Grace. So you can stand in front of your mat. Join your palms together. Join your minds and hearts together. We'll offer our bows in standing posture. I bow in gratitude to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the infinite beneficence of nature and the universe. I bow in gratitude to the grace of parents, honoring the beneficence from parents, ancestors, and all those who have had a nurturing role in my life. I bow in gratitude to the grace of fellow beings, recognizing the truth of interconnectedness. I bow in gratitude to the grace of laws, which guides us, protects us, and promotes justice. Now please turn to your neighbor Buddhas and we'll share our smiles as we bow and greet each other. Now please be seated. Take your time to adjust your sitting mat, your body, and settle your energy into this space. Now Kathy Wonjiyeon, our lay minister, will guide us with the method of seated meditation.
The method of sitting meditation is simple and easy. Sit comfortably on the floor or in a chair. Breathe in, grab all your attention, and breathe it out. Open up your chest and heart. Stretch up tall and align your spine from your neck to your tailbone. Relax your shoulders and arms, then allow your hands to rest on your knees. Bring your attention to your breath. As you exhale, release all mental and physical tension. Invite your attention to abide in your chi energy field, which is called Danjan. This is located about 2 inches below your navel and is the power center for your breathing. Open your eyes and gaze downward over the end of your nose and to the floor. Keep your mouth closed and allow the tip of your tongue to rest gently against the roof of your mouth. When your mind is concentrated and calm, pure and clear saliva may gather in the mouth. you may swallow it. Relax your facial muscles and notice your gentle smile. If your face or body begins to itch, do not scratch. This is just a sign of the energy circulating in your body. Simply note the itching and let it pass. If your legs ache unbearably, you may change position very slowly and quietly so that you maintain a calm stillness and do not interrupt others. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not be discouraged or disturbed by them. Simply focus on your breathing without reacting to or playing with those thoughts. Recognize them as thoughts. They will disappear by themselves. And remember to keep bringing your awareness back to your Danjan breathing center. If you continue practicing meditation for a long period of time, you will rest in the realm of samadhi, deep meditation, in which the mind is calm, concentrated, perfectly focused, and at peace, with no distinction between self and others, time and place. We are grateful to sit quietly together, finding the still point within. May we be here now, aware of our ever calm and alert spirit.
When it comes to meditation, there are many forms. Now you are invited to join in Sutra Chanting Meditation, pages 4 and 5. Pages 4 and 5.
One song vow. One is the realm of samadhi, beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, and laws. True nature of all Buddhas, enlightened masters, unenlightened people, sentient beings. Ilwan manifests as both permanence and impermanence. As permanence, Ilwan unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is viewed as impermanence. One unfolds into infinite worlds through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings. According to how we use our minds in the four forms of birth, we transform through the 6 realms of existence, progressing or regressing, with grace arising from harm from grace. Therefore we unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly ourselves after Ilwan song, the Dharmakaya Buddha, by cultivating our minds and bodies, deeply knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, receiving grace rather than harm, until we attain the great empowerment of Ilwan and become one with the nature of Ilwan. Heart Sutra. The Bodhisattva of great compassion, when deeply practicing Prajnaparamita, realized that all 5 aggregates are empty, thus became free from all suffering and distress. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. The same is true of sensations, perceptions, impulses, and consciousness. Shariputra, all dharmas are empty. They do not appear or disappear, not tainted or pure, do not increase or decrease. emptiness, no form, no sensations, no perceptions, no impulses, no consciousness,
no eyes,
no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of eye, ear, no tongue, body, or mind consciousness, ignorance, nor extinction of ignorance, no old age and death, nor extinction of them, no suffering, cause of suffering, no cessation of suffering, hath no wisdom, no attainment, with nothing to attain. Bodhisattva relies on prajnaparamita, therefore the mind has no hindrance. Without any hindrance, no fears exist, free from delusion, one dwells in nirvana. Buddhas of the past, present, and future rely on prajnaparamita, attain supreme enlightenment. For know that prajnaparamita is the great mantra, is the great enlightening mantra. It's the unsurpassed and unequaled mantra, which is able to eliminate all suffering. This is true, not false, so proclaim the prajnaparamita mantra, which says can be far beyond now awaken. Gate, gate, para, gate, parasamgate, bodhisvaha. Gate, gate, para, gate, parasamgate, bodhisvaha. Gate, gate, para, gate, parasamgate, bodhisvaha.
Now you may close your booklet and open your arms to your side and to the up. Fingers together and stretch your body fully. And wiggle yourself side to side. Hands behind your head. Open your chest and lean backward and stretch. And lean to one side, to the other side. Now release your hands down. And wiggle your shoulders. Very good. So it's an honor to welcome our guest teacher, Reverend Kim, head minister of the One Buddhist Boston Temple. So she is here up here, and she is also a co-teacher for our retreat this weekend. So please join your palms together. Let us welcome our guest teacher, Reverend Kim. And this morning, she'll offer a Dharma talk entitled Design Your Divine Routine, Radical and Gradual Path to Awakening Your Potentials. Good morning.
Join your palms. We vow vow to redeem all sentient being, redeem all being, and all troubled thinking, endless thought coming to end. Oh, we vow to learn of limitless Dharma. Learn Dharma scripture, we vow to learn. Oh, we vow to attain the path of Buddha, the highest path we will attain. Open your eyes, please. Good morning, everyone. What a beautiful and refreshing morning it is. How are you feeling this morning? Good. I'm truly happy to be here with all of you. My name is Hyunwoo Kim, and I have been walking this path as a Won Buddhist minister for over 30 years. About a month ago, Reverend Ginger shared your registration forms with me, where each of you wrote about why you are here. Reading your words, I felt your sincerity. I met your heart before I met your faces. And I felt warmth, so much warmth. You are here because you want to change. You want to grow and find clarity. You want to return home and live with a new purpose and energy. Isn't that right? I understand you deeply because I've walked the same path. I too have longed for change. Even the Buddha and the great sages became who they were through continuous self-transformation. They didn't stop growing. One day, I whispered a wish to myself. Though I may be never be the greatest soul to walk this earth, I will strive to become the truest and fullest version of who I am meant to be. And I believe I have been doing my best to keep this promise and wishes I made to myself. So yes, I hear you, I feel you, I'm walking beside you. You've probably heard this idea before. Everything in the universe is energy. And everything is constantly vibrating. Haven't you? Do you believe it? This very declaration is not a new trend, but rather echoes the ancient spiritual wisdom and is now being confirmed by modern science that all is created by the mind. If that is true, and when you say, I want to change, doesn't that mean you want to shift your energy, your vibration? How do we do that? By re-evaluating and realigning all the ways we live, how we breathe, drink, eat, move, sleep, and think, feel, act, speak, and everything else. Yes? Through decades of my practice, I've come to see that life is a game. Life is a play. Energy game, energy play. Who I am, standing, sitting before you now, is simply the sum of embodied life experiences. Everything we do shapes the energy we carry. And that energy, that's who we are. It is our signature, our frequency, speaking directly to the universe. If every activity of life is reduced to the energy and vibration we carry, then no single moment of life can ever be dismissed or neglected. Isn't that so? I have a question. Are you content with your energy? Is the energy you carry now truly who you want to be? Why do we long for change anyway? I believe because change is the nature of all things in the universe. Change is our nature. Look at nature. It is constantly changing, moving forward. Look at the children. Radiating joy, leaping toward the sky, because they continue to grow and change every single moment. Consciously, unconsciously, we constantly seek self-transformation, because change is encoded in our biology, written into our genetic information. That is what I believe. Look, what happens when you feel like you've stopped growing and changing, and our energy gets stuck. We don't feel at ease. We feel uncomfortable. We feel frustration, boredom, anxiety, even trapped by fear, right? That is a deeply unnatural state for any living being, isn't that so? Change toward growth is a natural order of nature. Therefore, when we remain in an unnatural state, our body and our mind signal us through discomfort, don't they? So now let's imagine the opposite. What if we began to change in ways that truly support ourselves? Wouldn't we feel more at ease, more free, more vibrant and alive? I believe that growth and change begin the moment we awaken to this very discomfort. When our sensitivity to what no longer serves us comes alive. Think of the Buddha, Shakyamuni, and Sotaesan, the founder of Won Buddhism. They were people with awakened sensitivity, people who could no longer bear their own ignorance. So in this moment, I send you my deepest blessings for your awakened sensitivity. If you truly believe in the infinite human potential for growth and self-transformation, and if you deeply long for change, then I have a question for you. What exactly is changeable in you? Based on what I know and have experienced, there are 3 areas where we can intervene. Our physical, emotional, and mental state. When these 3 align with your soul, your spirit, your higher self, or Buddha nature, you truly come alive. They are powerful sources of energy and energy generators. They can either fuel your dreams or block them. So ask yourself, are there old habits inside you, old beliefs inside you that keep you small? Or do you struggle with emotions you haven't fully healed? Or are you stuck in physical habits that feel familiar but drain your energy? If that is the case, they resist self-transformation and you're moving forward. They blocked the infinite energy already within you. I've learned that my only true enemy was never outside, but it was within me. Enlightened people, true inner masters, devote themselves to watching their thoughts, their feelings, and their bodies. And they keep their inner world in balance. Because they understand what's inside us is the real source of creation. Let me share one powerful story of a radical self-transformation. Sotaesan, the founder of Won Buddhism, he was awakened in 1916 at his American age 25. People came to him for guidance, and he chose 9 disciples, simple villagers and farmers in the small village. They were not spiritual experts. They were just busy taking care of their families and farms. But Sotaesan saw something in them. And also, he desperately needed spiritual co-workers to share his awakening and to implement his visions with him. So he devised a spiritual strategy for radical human transformation. And he created a path, a process of awakening and transformation in the threefold steps. His first step, he told his disciples, to farmers, villagers, inside your body is the power to save the world. You can move the world. You can shake the earth. This was not just inspiration. It was a radical shift in self-perception for those with self-doubt and small mind. And he helped them see their own divine potential. Second step, he awakened their hearts with gratitude. Gratitude for life itself, for the unseen thread that connects all things. And gratitude lifted their vibration and connected them to the greater harmony of the universe. The third step, he led them into deep commitment, a 100-day vow. Not just a prayer, but a solemn, life-giving promise to serve the world with their whole being. Sotaesan, with his spiritual senses fully awakened, he knew this truth that when a high level of self-awareness and deep, elevated emotion of gratitude are maintained for a certain period, a person's energy shift. This is the golden rule of spiritual alchemy. High level of self-perception, elevated emotion of gratitude. Keep that vibration for certain period. You change. That is why he made them engage in a solemn prayer, internalizing their mission with all their being for 100 days. And when their energy aligned, Sotaesan said, "It is done. It is done. You are confirmed." What does this mean? It means that their authentic energy, their vibration, aligned with the Sotaesan's and the cosmic rhythm. It was the moment when self-doubt transformed into self-confidence. And self-awareness rose to the courage and determination to choose a life of great mission and devotion. Through this 100-day radical spiritual testament, they had become true co-workers in spirit with Sotaesan. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it powerful? Unfortunately, such a remarkable radical change didn't happen for me. But fortunately, I didn't really need it. I must have taken my own path. My journey has been slow, step by step, moment by moment, very, very humbly. It has taken me 30 plus years still working on myself. How amazingly, extraordinarily ordinary spiritual capacity I am capable of. Drawing from the lessons and practices I have received from the wise throughout human history, I'm delighted to share 7 principles for steady self-growth with you. I believe you are in my side. This approach is a safe and reassuring path, a balanced journey of self-transformation that steadily fosters sustainable growth. Here they are. Number 1 is breathing. Deep, regular, conscious breathing. Number 2 is water. Drinking enough water. Number 3, solid food. Nutritionally well-balanced diet. Number 4, exercise. Movement to build balance, flexibility, and power. Number 5, sleep. Sufficient, deep, quality sleep. Number 6, gratitude. Deep sense of being connected with all beings as one. Number 7, lifelong learning. Stay curious and expand your horizons by endless learning. The first 5 support the body. The last 2 developed the heart and the mind. Our body is a living system of energy, about 30 trillion cells. Every day, billions of cells die and are replaced. This cycle of renewal gives us hope. It means change is always possible. But are you taking in oxygen, water, food in a kind, conscious, life-giving way? Our body is bio-electrochemical organism. It needs gas, liquid, solid as a nutritional source. Are you taking in kind, conscious, life-giving way? Reflect on this. Why have sages and spiritual traditions throughout history placed such profound emphasis on the breath? Long before we understood the human body through science, they observed the rhythms of life within themselves to uncover the essence of being. Through this inner exploration, trial and error, and lived wisdom, breath became known as the sacred key to awakening and vitality. Today we are rediscovering this truth, that deep, conscious, and rhythmic breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, particularly the vagus nerve that extends throughout all our internal organs, bringing relaxation, healing, inner peace, even the clarity of mind, which our modern day people desperately need. Breath is not just a function. It is the science and art of life itself. What about the water we drink and the food we eat? Our body is made up nearly 70% water. Our bodies are living temples that require care, reverence, and balance. When we nourish ourselves with pure water, not soft drinks, not with coffees, caffeinated drinks, with a wholesome, balanced food, we are not only supporting our physical health, we are nurturing our emotional stability, mental clarity, and spiritual vitality. Modern science is slowly confirming what the wise have always known. The body and mind are not two, but one. They speak to each other in every breath, every heartbeat, and every thought. So to live fully, we must listen. This is not a duty, but a sacred invitation to return to harmony, to honor the life within us, and to awaken the wholeness we already are. How about movement? We are humans, animals made to move. Through movement, we cultivate strength and clarity. It realigns the body and uplifts both our emotions and mind. In my journey to develop physical symmetry, balance, flexibility, and strength, I explored many forms of exercise. But it wasn't just about movement. It also required understanding the human body and building willpower and facing real challenges through a consistent practice. And finally, last year, I joined a Zumba class at YMCA. I'm a long-time member of YMCA. At first, it felt so awkward and strange. But I love the variety of music. Just enjoying the music itself was enough reason to keep going. I even started standing right in the front row and just roughly followed along. One day, a friend came up to me and said, "Hi, Kim. You said you're a Buddhist monk, right?" "Yes." "I don't know much about Buddhism, but your Buddhism seems a bit different." "Why do you think that?" I asked. "Because you come to Zumba class." Most monks live quietly in monasteries. Well, I live quietly too. Even though my dance is a bit loud, I'm quiet. Isn't the movement the very nature of you, me, and all of us as human beings? My dancing is a bit weird, isn't it? No, not at all. You look so good. I love dancing with you." And she said, "What I have learned is this. When I move, I feel more alive, more human. I feel more whole. My mood improves. My focus sharpens. And it all leads to greater accomplishment." Sometimes the Zumba instructor even invites me up on stage to dance along with the music. Though I still hesitate, something in me keeps moving forward to the stage. And I watch myself, awkward, even ridiculous at times, but I do it with affection. I've come to love the broken version of myself to be chaotic when I dance. Because I want something change. Journey to liberation is the journey, breaking free, whatever doesn't serve you any longer. How about sleep? Sleep matters. Not just rest, but deep quality sleep. When I was a junior minister, I used to force myself to meditate even when I was exhausted. Now I know sleep comes first, after meditate. This too became a more grounded and consistent practice after I explored and deepened my scientific understanding of the human body. So unless you are an exceptional case, aim to get 7 to 8 hours of a deep sleep at a regular time each night. Because sleep is when your brain cells take time to rest, repair, grow, and reorganize. Now let's turn inward. What do you think are the most difficult existential emotional states for humans? What are the most difficult emotional states for you? Loneliness, frustration, fear, aren't they? The truth is, these three psychological, physiological experiences stem from the single, deeply rooted perception, sense of separation. I have a question. Is this very perception of a separation based on fact and truth, or a conditioned, learned response developed while living in society? We began this learning long before our conscious mind had fully developed, and it became so familiar that we no longer question it, continuing this response without doubt. Please remember this. Everything is energy. Everything is in motion, in vibration. We are not separate at all. We are parts of one living, breathing field. And more than that, we are the field itself. Sotae-san shared a beautiful truth. Gratitude is the way back. Not just an emotion, but a deep inner practice, a way to return from the illusion of separation. When we feel gratitude, we awaken quiet power within. We begin to sense the energy flowing inside us. And we let that vibration expand gently outward. This is not an imagination. It is a biological awakening, a living sensitivity to life itself. And through this, we remember who we are, whole, connected, and one. And when we feel a deep and expanding sense of connection in our body releases oxytocin. You know that. The hormone of unity, belonging, and bonding. We feel we are connected with all beings. Then loneliness, frustration, fear, it's gone. That is why I call gratitude the all-in-one practice. Let your heart dance in gratitude. One Buddhism is the religion of gratitude. And gratitude is all in one practice. Finally, lifelong learning. Boldly and fearlessly expand your horizons. Now, as you wisely practice and integrate how to fuel your life with enough oxygen, water, nourishing food, and let your energy flow freely through movement and rest. And you rise into higher vibration, uplifted by gratitude. Who are you in this vibrant state of being? I am certain that you will be ready to explore the world freely, fearlessly. To expand your world physically, emotionally, mentally, intellectually, and spiritually. Because you are charged. Strong body and positive emotions. And your spirit filled with curiosity. So you will be ready to explore the world freely and rise above it and boldly express your unique essence, your one-of-a-kind humanity. You will begin to share who you truly are. And your presence will be a gift. It will be appreciated. If it is not, you won't mind. You will stand firm, knowing how to rise even stronger. Let the universe reveal how the beautiful synergy of your body, emotions, and mind aligned through these 7 practices will help you blossom, I'm sure. The last 30 years, little by little, step by step, I've built kind of a system. Wonderful teamwork, body, emotions, and mind. Aligning this with the spirit. Spirit is shared by all beings in the universe. It's perfect, complete. Unless our body, emotions, mind block it, Spirit is ready to dance. And remember, the universe is always supporting you. Self-transformation doesn't come in a flash. It is not a one-time event. You know that. It is built from small daily practices from morning to night. It's a journey, a path. Enlightened people shine not through dramatic moments, but through small, sacred rhythms. Their everyday life becomes a quiet, graceful art. So breathe with care. Drink with intention. Eat with wisdom. Move with joy. Sleep deeply. Feel gratitude. Learn endlessly. You know, enlightenment. Enlightenment, I can interpret, light is activated. When we move, our neighbor cells meet together. Electricity spark. Positive emotions, new experience, sparks, electricity. We are biological, chemical, electrical beings. As we continue to grow with the learning and trying something new, more and more light will be activated. Every single moment, we can be enlightened. These 7 are like tuning forks, each one helping bring your life back into resonance. As you weave these 7 principles into your everyday routine, shape a life that is truly your own, full of character, intention, and authenticity. You are not just here to change. You are here to come home to who you truly are. To conclude, the planetary astronomer Carl Sagan, he once said, "We are made of star stuff." Yes, we are children of the stars. Shine. Shine. As the light, that's what we are meant to be in our own unique way. Shine. May you shine with your light of your own life. Thank you for listening with such presence, care, and heart.
Thank you, Reverend Kim, for your inspiring and powerful talk. Thank you so much. So I was glad to hear her talk. pointing out, gradual path to awakening our soul, our Buddha nature, which was listed by 7 principles. So do you remember those 7? Right? So take that 7 principles in your life and let us all awaken to our potentials. And I remember Reverend Kim as such an inspirational speaker and a powerful speaker as well. And I once again saw her so much energy within her. And I found out one new thing, which was she is a Zumba person. So thank you for that. Now please open your booklet, page 6. Let us recite Essential Dharmas of Daily Practice, guided by Jeff.
Essential Dharmas of Daily Practice. 1. The mind is originally free from disturbance, but disturbances arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the equanimity of our true nature by letting go of disturbances. 2. The mind is originally free from delusion, but delusions arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the wisdom of our true nature by letting go of delusions. 3. The mind is originally free from wrongdoing, but wrongdoings arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the precepts of our true nature by letting go of wrongdoings. 4. Let us replace disbelief, greed, laziness, and ignorance with belief, zeal, questioning, and dedication. 5. Let us turn resentment into gratitude. 6. Let us turn dependency into self-reliance. 7. Let us turn reluctance to learn into willingness to learn well. 8. Let us turn reluctance to teach into willingness to teach well. 9. Let us turn lack of public spirit into eagerness to serve the good of all.
Now I think we can use some stretchings. So stretch out your legs. Hands on your knees and massage them. Wiggle your toes and ankles. And gently twist your spine and stretch. To each side. Now bring our arms up high. And drop your shoulders, your elbows down and bend forward and stretch. And come back up. I have 3 announcements to share. So next Sunday is spiritual memorial service at 10 a.m. So in One Buddhism, June 1st is observed as Spiritual Memorial Day, marking the passing of our founding teacher, Sotaesan, in 1943. And this sacred occasion honors not only Master Sotaesan, but all the sages and saints, ancestors, and all we the loved ones who have passed. So you are invited to bring a photo of your family members or friends whose body is not physically, with us here, but whose legacy lives in our hearts. So you can bring the photo of your family members or friends, and we'll take our time to honor their life together next Sunday, June 1st. And community lunch will be serving after the service, so please sign up if you can attend. And we are excited to host Dharma to Table, which implies like cooking involved, retreat, June 20 to 22nd. And we have wonderful guest cook, Lexa, who is going to be teaching in this retreat. And by the way, dear retreat participants, the meal you enjoyed yesterday was prepared by Lexa. along by Jimmy. So for details, please refer to the flyer, June 20 to 22nd. And last but not least, I invite you to hold in your hearts our longtime Dharma friend, Guy Nori, who has been with us since the very first beginning of this center. Now he is preparing for the transition at the end of his life. So yesterday, Venerable Chuksanim and few Kyomunims visited him, praying for him. So we also dedicate today's practice to supporting Guy's peaceful transition. So please join your palms together. Let us hold Guy Nori in our thoughts and prayers for a moment. Thank you for your prayer. So this concludes our service today, and I have message to our local members. So currently we are having silent retreat on our retreat campus. So as you exhale this room, please observe this silent practice of those people around us. And our retreat participants, now you're on your own for about 30 minutes before lunch. And thank you all for joining us today.